Good morning, Facebook friends. It's day 2 of our love challenge. If you joined me yesterday, you know that I'm talking about the book, The Love Dare. I don't have it with me, but the book, The Love Dare by Stephen and Alex Kendrick. That is what I'm basing this love challenge on. And each day this week, I'll be going live and just sharing sort of just my my takeaways from the book, and also just challenging you to show love. So yesterday, you can go back and watch the recording yesterday, but yesterday we talked about patience, and I also shared in the book that love is built on 2 pillars: patience, and the second one we're going to talk today about is kindness. So again, you can go back and watch my video from yesterday, and I talked about patience, and my challenge to you was to show patience to someone. Today, hey Paula, thanks for hopping on. I know Paula's reading this book too, so hopefully you have some insight for us, but today is actually day 2 if you're following along in the Love Dare book. And like I said previously, you know, this book really is targeted to marriages, but I feel like you can definitely apply these things to just showing love to people, whether that be your family, your friends, or people who you don't even know. Just showing kindness to a random person is an act of love. So let's dive right into the second day of our love challenge. And like I said, today we're talking about kindness. Kindness is love in action. If patience is how love reacts in order to minimize negative circumstances, kindness is how love acts to maximize a positive circumstance. So, of course, like we talked about yesterday, that it really takes patience in so many different areas of our lives. And times when we are wanting to get, in times we're getting frustrated or annoyed or angry about certain things, we can either choose to react coming from a place of anger or whatever, and yelling or just being upset, or we can choose to be patient, realize that everyone is human, no one's perfect, and to show that person love by simply having patience with them. So kindness is really that, like I said, is that act of love. And differentiating the two, patience is how we react in order to minimize negative circumstances. Kindness is really the opposite, on how to maximize a positive circumstance. So something great that happens, and obviously just, you know, showing kindness by acknowledging that and celebrating that. And sometimes that may not be, you know, necessarily something positive that is typically worth celebrating or is known to celebrate, but you can choose to have that that positive reaction to it and show kindness by being excited or celebrate about it or whatever. Patience is preventative, while the other is proactive, right? So again, patience is your reaction to a negative circumstance, and kindness is the proactiveness of a positive circumstance. So even if it's something that hasn't happened, you know, you showing kindness is as a result of you showing kindness, there becomes a positive circumstance. So for example, you know, you doing one small kind thing for somebody will help them to have a better day, will help you to have a better day, or may even cause them to go on and do something above and beyond what they were going to do, because you put that little love in their heart that day by showing them kindness. All right, so love makes you kind. Kindness makes you likable. I like that little phrase. Love makes you kind, and kindness makes you likable. So if you have love in your heart and you want to show love, that's what makes you kind. A person would call you a kind person. And by you acting on that kindness, showing kindness, you become likable, of course, because who doesn't love to have some love showered on them? All right, so there's 4 basic core ingredients to kindness. Initiative. So kindness is really thinking ahead and taking that first step. So whether that be, remembering somebody's birthday, or remembering that they were going to have a certain event in their life, or surgery, or a special day, a test or something, and you take the initiative to send them that, good luck text, or that thinking of you note, right? Another example would be, being the first to say hello. How often are we at the store and we're either, focused on our grocery list or looking down at our phone and not even aware of the other people around us? And how much does it really take for us to say hi with a smile? Just something so simple like that can really bring a lot of kindness to that person's day. Like I spoke about yesterday, you don't know what a person's situation is. And it may be that they're really in a struggling place right now, and that no one is saying hello to them, that no one is offering them a kind smile. So just by doing that, you can make a huge impact on someone's day and maybe even life. Another way to take the initiative is to see a need and give. So whether that be, a physical, monetary, somebody that you can donate something, or just a helping hand. Maybe it's somebody needing help with their groceries, or, maybe it's a little more of a commitment. Somebody, needing a volunteer for something. Taking that initiative and showing kindness through action. All right, gentleness is core number 2. And this really just means speaking the truth coming from a place of love. I've found, especially in my marriage, but in other areas, that communication really is important, but can also really, the place that you're coming from, that communication, or the thought that's put into those words that you communicate, can make a huge difference. I think a lot about that with my spouse and my daughter, where I choosing my words and where I'm really coming from a place of love versus, speaking out on something that maybe annoys me or something that I wish they would change. And so by coming from a place of love and really choosing my words, they're going to receive it well, and they're going to tell that I love them, not just crabbing at them. So really speak the truth in love and make it easy to hear. Sometimes we have those difficult things to tell our friends, family, coworkers, or person, and instead of just being blunt, sprinkle on a little kindness, sprinkle on a little love to that, and help them, be receiving of what it is you're trying to say. All right. Core number 3 is helpfulness. Show kindness by just meeting the needs of others. It's again sort of that thoughtfulness, that taking an initiative, and maybe it's guests coming over to your house and just treating your guests really well, showing kindness to them, meeting their needs as far as offering them something to drink, something simple like that. These real simple things that maybe some of us just come naturally to us, or think are just a given, are sometimes just overlooked, and it's because we are focused so much on ourselves. So by making that mental shift of showing kindness to others and making ourselves aware of the needs of others can just be a simple way for us to show love through kindness. So again, whether that be, physically doing something for someone, offering them something to drink, taking their coat, showing kindness like that, or, offering a listening ear. Maybe you can tell that one of your friends or family members is really struggling with something, and just by saying, hey, I'm here to listen, or even you don't even have to say that. Maybe they just start talking about things or hinting about something they want to talk about. And instead of, shifting the conversation to yourself, or, not even picking up on those cues, to just be a good listener and to show them kindness, show them love by supporting them through that, and with your encouraging words and listening ear. Just listen. Oftentimes people just really appreciate people just listening to them, showing them that they care, showing them that you care by just listening. All right, fourth core basic core ingredient to kindness is willingness. Kindness inspires you to be agreeable. It inspires you to be flexible, and to kind of go with the flow, and to be flexible. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. To really sort of, remove your objective and show kindness by being willing to give. And, of course, when we give out of love and out of kindness, we will get in return, and maybe not in the area that we think we should have or even expect. But I truly believe if you do give, you will receive as well. So rather than complaining or making excuses about things, you're willing to get creative and to accommodate other people and adjust things to be more accommodating, to be willing to be flexible. All right. Love determines to show thoughtful actions even when there seems to be no reward. So again, just giving to give, being flexible, and knowing that you may not get anything in return, that it's really not about the reward that you get, but the reward comes in what you give, and that feeling of love. Because anytime we give love, that makes us feel loved as well. It's sort of a weird thing how that works, to think of constantly be giving and how we would feel love. But I think it's just a matter of having that love in our hearts and sharing it, and that's how we also feel that love. You will never learn to love until you learn to demonstrate kindness first. I love that, because really to truly have a loving heart, you have to have a heart full of kindness, to genuinely, because yesterday we talked about patience, which is true. Love does, need to be patient, but it really just needs to be kindness. You have to come from a loving place to show kindness. And I feel like that's really the heart of love is kindness, in my opinion. So that is day 2 of our love challenge. And so now comes the challenge. I dare you to show someone kindness today. I mean, it seems like such a simple thing, and maybe you do it multiple times throughout the day, or maybe you don't do it at all because you don't think about it or realize it. So my challenge to you is not only to show kindness to someone someday, but just make yourself aware of how often you are showing kindness, or how many times throughout your day you show kindness. And if you do take this dare, please comment here with ways that you showed kindness today, whether it be to your spouse, your kids, your coworker, a random person at the store. Maybe you just simply smile at someone and say hello. That's definitely an act of kindness. It doesn't have to be something large like donating a bunch of money to somebody, or, helping somebody carry out their groceries or something like that. Just any little thing to show kindness, and then tell me how you feel about it. How did that make you feel to show kindness? I'm pretty sure it'll make you feel great, and to see that reaction from someone. And you will feel that love as well. All right, so there's day 2 of our love challenge. If you didn't already, scroll back a little bit and check out the love challenge day 1, where I asked you to show patience to someone. And if you did that and you forgot to comment, go back and tell me, because I want to know if anyone is taking this love challenge. And I just realized I need to go back and comment as well, and see and make myself remember what I did to show someone patience. And I'll be sure to comment here too, as an example of somebody, or a way that I showed someone kindness. All right, guys, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow.